Hello everyone, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today I'm returning to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, the new game out by Matrix and Slitherine Games, made by Black Lab Games. And yeah, this is a game that looks at the hypothetical first Cylon War during the reimagined Battlestar Galactica universe and puts you in charge of the human fleets during that war. This is part 2 of my initial impressions, or my first look stream, which I played just the other day, earlier this, I want to say Thursday. Yeah, I guess this is just sort of part 2. We fought through the first 2 battles. We're about to fight through the 3rd battle. We're starting to expose more and more of the game as we play through it, and this will end up becoming a series that will probably play through all the way in the campaign, or at least until I lose. So yeah, let's just jump back in. The commentary again, there's no history to this, right? I mean, there's the TV show, but that's about it. So I don't have a lot of historical commentary to provide, so in that case, we'll just go ahead and jump back into the live stream. All right, guys, hope you enjoy. Sit back, let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys back at the end. All right.
Radius is cold. All hostile contacts are cleared.
So we
finished playing with Pycon's toy.
Anyway, so we lost our ship
Admiral,
and
Commander,
one of our ships.
We have a problem. The Idris relay that we use to outsource our jump calculations is malfunctioning.
Oh no, the Idris relay.
What's our effective jump distance?
It's difficult to estimate with just the onboard computers. The red line extends beyond Helios Alpha, but we'd probably need an intermediary jump to get anywhere significant outside of the system.
This is what an ambush looks like, Commander. Find us a way back to Helios Gamma immediately. I want Daedalus under the cover of Ragnar's clouds before the Cylons can attack.
Commander, we're going to need more ships. Sinan's taken up yards 1 and 2 for the Jupiter-class Battlestars, and we're only prepped to crunch Manticores right now.
The floor crews are changing their build priorities as we speak. There's no use having a half-built Battlestars if we can't defend them.
Okay, so this game isn't really open world per se, but there are elements to it that give you a little bit of control. There's a little bit of dynamism in it as well. You build ships, you maintain your fleet. In that sense, it's kind of like Ultimate General Gettysburg, or Ultimate General Civil War, sorry, where you craft your fleet to bring it into future battles. And in some cases, you can kind of choose where you're going to engage the enemy. You can auto-resolve battles. So it's not open world totally, but it's also not strictly linear either. So you can see here we can build a Manticore Corvette, and we can go ahead and rush it. So it'll end up being, you know, it'll be done basically right away. We only have enough resources for one of those ships, so we'll go ahead and be done there.
Is awaiting your orders, Commander.
And our brand new Manticore is awaiting our orders. So we can go here, go ahead and transfer,
Sir, we suspect a satellite at Caprica Terminal may be the source of the Idris interference affecting our jump distance. I have the briefing packet ready.
I don't think there's any land battles, Zippa. Build and rusher. So build allows you to take time and is less expensive. And if you choose to rush a ship, it will rush it, but it's very expensive to rush it. It's kind of, again, it's like in Rule the Waves, where you build a ship and then you can spend like twice the cost if you want to rush its completion. So this is a turn-based game, as you can see here. Each one of these missions so far, we've been using 1 turn. You can see there's an end turn button down here. So, you know, the length of time it takes to build something is manipulated based on if you choose to rush it or not. Chapter 3, Transmissions. You can see here, between battles, you get rewards. This one's Tilium requisition points. We also get an Adamant blueprint unlocked, which allows us to start building Adamant-class ships.
We can't tell if there's going to be a planet-sized inconvenience at the end of an FTL jump. We believe the Cylons are behind the interference of the Idris network and using the civilians at Caprica Terminal as a human shield. Caprica has granted us operational access to the terminal surrounds. Galactica is still MIA, so there will be no Battlestar.
Zippa, there's a multiplayer element to it, so I'm not sure if... I mean, one faction, there's the Cylons and there's the humans. I also kind of get the sense that there's sort of internal politics you've got to worry about as well between the 12 colonies. So I don't know if you ever actually fight other 12, you know, other colonies in the universe, but it certainly seems to me like it could be possible. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and jump the fleet. and cost Tilium to spool the FTL drives of all unlocked units and fleet. So again, there's sort of a FTL recharge cost increases with the number of size of a fleet, decreases. So Tilium again is what it costs to... Tilium's like oil, if you will. And the larger your fleet, the more it costs to jump it. So we're going to jump it. It's going to cost us 60 FTLs. To do that, we could cancel, but this is the next spot we need to go. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll hit end turn, and we'll jump. And we'll proceed and to the next battle. Okay, so again, we're on the map here where we're going to place our vessels. I don't know what that is. Assume that's the relay station and not an enemy. Can't really tell what's all out there or where the bad guys are. I know there are bad guys. But I guess we'll just jump in as is, and hopefully...
Group is jumping in 3,
hopefully
2,
we're not
1.
heavily outnumbered because we lost that ship in the last battle.
Sir, Caprica terminal has been locked
To
down
my
and
knowledge,
local
there's just
forces are
one
en route to
campaign
our
at this
position.
time, Zippa.
Readings indicate there's definitely a bogus transmitter in the area.
Civilian lives are of value. Their property is not. Find and destroy any relay hijacked by the Cylons.
You heard it, Commander. Go blow up somebody's satellite.
We gotta go blow shit up. Alright. Looks like there's 4 satellites we need to blow up. So we've got 2 adamants as well, which apparently are under our command in this mission also.
Yes, sir.
Where are these satellites? Look here. Zoom in. I'm guessing that's a satellite over here. Yeah. Alright. So basically we need to destroy these satellites because the Cylons are hijacking them and could be using them for nefarious purposes. We'll go ahead and send this guy over here. It looks like there's another one over here. And we'll just kind of end turn. I'm guessing the Cylons will jump in at some point and we'll have someone to fight. Those 2 things look like satellites also. Okay. Turrets. Turrets. Alright, so they're targeting satellites. Meanwhile, these guys have other satellites I'm assuming they need to target. Looks like there's one back here. I'm guessing this is trying to get us all spread out or something.
Yes, Commander.
Could launch Vipers too. Alright, so we destroyed that first satellite. It looks like the next one's over here.
The satellite is destroyed. We can leave Helios Alpha, correct?
Not quite yet, Admiral. Idris data is still compromised. I've got another candidate for the source of the interference, however.
Okay, so it looks like we can only target one satellite at a time. Send our ships all over the goddamn section, and then eventually we're gonna get ambushed, I'm sure.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, that satellite's dead. Now we've got another satellite we've got to deal with. I wish I could target multiple satellites at once. It didn't seem to give me that option. You start with 2 ships in the first battle, I think, Zippa. Uh-oh. Enemy vessels are jumping in.
New Dratus contacts. Terminal broadcast isn't expecting any arrivals, so we have to assume the jumpers are hostile. Interference is still in place, and it seems to be getting stronger. Commander, I have identified 2 more satellites showing potential interference.
Okay, so obviously the Cylons are using these satellites. They're interfering with us, and our goal must now be to destroy them while also dealing with the enemy who are over here. Also, apparently there's a little focus fire button down here that I didn't notice. Adamant will do that. We'll go ahead and get our other ships here turning around to deal with the incoming threats as well.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so the other satellite's dead. I think that final satellite is out of range. We'll have to close in here. Now, the Adamants are kind of different ships. They're light Battlestars, I believe is what they're called. These look more in appearance like the original Battlestar Galactica. They have a smaller air wing. They've got a smaller main battery. They're cheaper to operate, but they are still considered Battlestars. They're just considered, again, light Battlestars. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
That's not really what I wanted you to do. I wanted to click on you. Let's get you guys all on the same page. I'd rather not have my Corvettes kind of get isolated from the rest of my fleet, but it looks like that's what's going to happen anyway.
So say we all.
Run! Alright, so that other satellite's kind of in the rear. Let's go ahead and get our Vipers out. We've got 20 Vipers. It looks like there's an enemy Viper group here too, because there's a smaller contact. Go ahead and get these guys coming in.
Hostile unit identified.
Alright, so we've got a Nemesis in there. And we've got Telion here. I'm just going to kind of let my ships fire as they see fit, in all honesty. We'll just kind of circle around here, trying to group our fleet up here together. See our Viper squadrons. Where are these missiles? Ah, they're coming up the backside of our Manicore. Shit. Duck down, maybe they'll miss you. No, I guess not. Rear armor is pretty well toast.
Unit is hostile.
Alright, let's do this. How's your side armor? Alright, so this Battlestar's front armor is actually not in good shape. So we're also gonna swing him sideways, maybe? Or actually just drop the altitude. He's got top armor too. So
on it, Commander.
We'll do that. Meanwhile, the Corvettes will come up around and come in behind of the rest of our fleet. Hopefully 2 Battlestars worth of missiles against this guy's enough to finish him off. He's got an 80 hull, but his armor's pretty much all gone. As you can see here, these missiles are just dealing a pretty good amount of damage against him. More missiles coming against this Manicore. I don't know if we can... No repairs are needed. His hull's just weak. So that appears to be a in-between battle item. This guy, we're going to fire his guided missiles against this target. We'll kind of keep cruising forward. I probably should use my Vipers to intercept enemy missiles. Actually, I may... Although, that was all not the same armor, so... Alright, so Vipers are already targeting him. Meanwhile, the rest of our fleet's kind of cruising forward, and we'll continue to allow our turrets to do their work. Front armor's now gone on this Talion. It's now destroyed. This other Talion is getting hit here on the left. Its rear armor's already gone. And still having a cooldown on these missiles. So we can fire one group of missiles against it. I could issue orders to my Vipers again to kind of follow protect mode. There's one enemy ship behind us. Actually, maybe two. 2 Nemesises are behind us, but These other ships here in our front, I think, are more immediately a concern. So we've got all of our other vessels have missiles they can shoot now. Oh, I thought they all did. Both of our Battlestars do. Meanwhile, we'll have this guy fire his turrets at the satellite. And go from there. Maybe we'll destroy that final satellite. And get the Talios from behind with these missiles. You can see how the Battlestar was gonna, or one of these ships was gonna collide with the satellite. Could finish this guy off. Really? They're hitting the front armor now? That's bizarre. Alright, our Vipers finished him off. We've got incoming missiles. We'll order these guys to defend. You guys are already shooting at the... Alright, so hopefully our Vipers will shoot these missiles down.
Sir. Navigation data is still compromised. They must have control of the entire...
I couldn't really
Aegis
tell if they
system by
destroyed
now.
the missiles or not.
Not to mention we've destroyed more Caprican infrastructure in the last few minutes than the entire Cylon fleet could on a good day.
Great.
We've wasted enough time. Commander, remove the Cylon threat from Caprica Terminal before any more lives are put at risk.
Okay, so I'm assuming we have to destroy what's left. Cylons, 2 Adamants, which are coming in behind us.
Understood.
Not Adamants, the 2 Nemesises, which are coming in behind us. This Battlestar will turn. Well, actually, do this. Can we fire a flak battery? Doesn't look like it. I'm assuming when I hit defend, that causes them to try and engage these missiles, but they're probably too close to be engaged. Yeah, you can see they're shooting at them, but obviously it didn't work. So this Adamant suffered some fair damage. We're turning around to deal with the Nemesis. This is behind us. I think we're in decent shape. These guys are going to collide.
Yes, sir.
But I've saved the day. They won't collide anymore. Alright, so go back and deal with this threat. Caprica Terminal. I guess we have to destroy Caprica Terminal? Let's get that Battlestar out of there, actually.
Adamant is taking damage.
Its hull's still in pretty good shape, but its front armor's gone. You can run out of missiles, by the way. You can see here that our corvettes carry 20 missiles, our other ships carry
Missiles on their way.
differing amounts. You can also replace missiles with things like nukes, I believe. It looks like an enemy vessel here. Alright, he's totally toast. Oh no, they're gonna collide! Oh, he's under it. Alright, he's gone.
Admiral Kane, Caprican and Quorum representatives are on the line. They want to know about Colonial Fleet's involvement at Caprica Terminal.
Divert the calls to my office, Lieutenant. And get us out of Helios Alpha, Commander, before I am forced to ground the Daedalus for good.
Okay, so politics, politics, politics.
Commander, before we go venturing into the cold unknown, might I suggest we update our fleet a little?
Okay, so we go into blueprints here.
But you will still need the cooperation of the colonies to turn raw materials and blueprints into a living, breathing crew aboard an operational ship. Luckily for you, Lucinda Kane is persuasive. Her recent display of force has provided us the requisitioning power needed for my Adamant-class frigates. We may as well be well defended, whatever it is you're dragging us into.
Okay, so we got a capital ship here. You can see here we've got an Adamant-class frigate. With level 4 munitions or something like that. In all essence, it's a compact light carrier, so I guess it's not a light Battlestar. It looks like a Battlestar. It carries a small air wing, 20 guided missiles, and it costs 500 requisition points to purchase the blueprints, which we just did. We could then go and build more ships, so if we wanted to add an Adamant-class vessel to our queue, go ahead and go click it, and then build it. You can see here it costs 180 Tium. We've got 455. We can't rush it because we don't have enough to rush it. So we could actually... Could we build a Manicore? Do we have enough to build a Manicore? Or another Adamant? Yeah, we can build 2 Adamants. And we can build 1 Manticore. So you can see here we're building 3 ships now. They'll be done in varying times, 2 in 3 turns, 1 in 2 turns. Go ahead and hit done, and we're building that. Also, we can look at the economy here, and we can see here there's different colonies that have different levels of political support. Anywhere between Caprica, which is steadfast, to unstable, concerned, and depending on their particular support, that can also influence their support of you and your supply. So we're spending 480 points building these things. We only have 130 income. You can see here that leaves us in a bit of a bind. We can't really build more, but I think we're okay for now. Additionally, we could go into the officer section and promote officers, but we don't have any officers right now. No one to recruit, no one active. That'll come later in the campaign. We could go ahead and see the map. We can see the Cylons. There's no Cylons detected here, so we might as well go ahead and end the turn. Colonial Fleet group, Daedalus is engaging a Cylon escort group at Caprica, so that's kind of our next mission, I believe. We could do the fight over, or skirmish over Caprica. I'm not going to proceed there quite yet. I'm actually going to go ahead and save the game. Alright, everybody, that's going to do it for this second part of my first look at Battlestar Galactica Deadlock by GameLab Games. We're starting to get into the battles where things start to slowly get a little bit more complex. The first couple of missions in the campaign are very much just like a tutorial. In the later battles, things really start to open up. So bear with me. Hope you guys enjoy the series so far. I really love starships and sci-fi space combat. Not really into Star Trek as much, but like Star Wars and Battlestar, I don't know. I really enjoy them. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the series thus far, and as always, leave me your thoughts below. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you very much for watching, and I'm out.